Now, there is no doubt that ABC/Disney is in full-on panic mode right now, especially Disney CEO Bob Iger, after The View hosts like Sunny Hostin, Whoopi Goldberg, and Joy Behar really created a lot of issues for ABC on their actual show The View that led to a lot of legal issues, that also led to a lot of other internal problems over at the studio. We have a lot to discuss here, however, when it comes to Sunny Hostin now getting very much angry toward her very own fans, and exactly what's going on here with Hostin herself. This is Mike Zero. Subscribe if you're new and like this video to see future updates. You can also follow me at Mike01. I thank you also very much for the great and kind support. So one thing about Sunny Hostin that we can all agree on is that she is by far one of the worst, if not the worst, television host on live television, alright? We know that she's right up there with Joy Reid or Rachel Maddow, but one thing is for certain about Sunny Hostin is that she never knows quite when to actually remain silent and stop herself from actually saying the worst things possible. Now, this is where things get really out of control. One thing is for certain, for sure, about Sunny Hostin is that she is in full-on meltdown mode and has been for the past several weeks, ever since November the 5th. Now, she has been, of course, a little bit silent here and there in, some moments, but this is where it begins to really go out of control. Now, interestingly enough, one thing about Hostin is that we already know that she is desperately trying to expand her career beyond The View. The same exact thing goes as follows for Whoopi Goldberg and Joy Behar. They want to go different routes within their career, whether it's acting or making some cameo roles or doing some stand-up comedy in Whoopi Goldberg's case. But this is where it really gets interesting. The ABC/Disney ratings disasters going on right now is actually creating more internal issues as it is for many of their programs. Now, one major development going on now involves more to do with The View host Sunny Hostin and her recent rant toward the general public and even her own fans. Sunny Hostin delivered the following. As a woman, what I find to be the most vile act from society is just how easily you can lose your loyal followers who were once going to stick by your side no matter what, only to find they have checked out due to your political beliefs. I have experienced this myself, and it just shows how uneducated our American citizens are and how inexperienced my followers are with politics. And I say this to them, that you are falling for false narratives and false promises by this new presidency. What is so disheartening is that I have followers of my own that are no longer supporting me due to my politics. Can you realize just how insane that truly is? This is the world that we live in right now, where you can't even trust your own fans that are now critics. It's a sad world that we live in, and 2025 is only to get so much worse. There is a ton of blame gaming going on right now, and scapegoating. I have one thing to say to my fans who are on the verge of leaving me. You just don't understand politics, period, the end. You just don't. And if what I say insults you, I think it just shows me who you really are. So leave or stay, I will notice the ones who truly matter, who will stand by my side no matter what. It's going to be a very rough 4 years ahead of us, and it's going to be a rough ride for everybody. And the American citizens supporting President Trump have no clue what's coming based on his incompetence. I will continue to protect the legacy media because that is the true media that tells the truth. What my fans don't realize is that the news does not belong on social media or platforms like X run by Elon Musk. It just doesn't belong there. It is unprofessional. Now guys, before I move on, we already know that she's beginning to take a lot of shots toward Elon Musk. She's toward, of course, going on another rant about the new media, quote unquote, alright? Platforms like X or varying podcasts out there that are wildly popular, like Joe Rogan, for example. People are turning to things like that as opposed to things like ABC, MSNBC, CNN, etc., etc. The list goes on. Nobody wants any of that anymore, and that's why their ratings are going down. They are plunging right now at a record rate, and that's exactly why you're seeing hundreds of employees getting fired over at CNN, and how that's also going to happen over at MSNBC. In fact, it already is beginning to happen, and it's going to also happen with ABC. I mean, we have a lot to talk about ABC. But Sunny Hostin, it really, I think, is just beginning to lose her mind quite literally at this point, because she really is saying the most mindless rant right now toward her quote-unquote fans, alright, toward her supporters or her followers, whatever have you. even she is beginning to criticize her own fans for actually going on the fence now on whether or not they want to support her anymore based on politics, right? So that's what she claims, at least. She's really playing the victim card again. She's going that route, and it's not all that shocking to me, at least. She goes on to elaborate further. And so is Elon. He's very unprofessional. I mean, did you see his foolishness in the Oval Office yesterday? I practically was experiencing secondhand embarrassment there. You just don't dress like that in the Oval Office, period. I think many of my fans need to get the education they need to understand politics truly, and what's really going on here. This way we can really have a chance of winning back everything in 28. It's a very easy thing to spot fake fans, or actual fans of your political beliefs, and more often I am beginning to realize that so many are falling for the lies spread by the new media on platforms like X, either blaming me for varying things in 2024, and so on. So again, right there, Sunny Hostin is alluding to the ongoing subject that she contributed to the 2024 election loss on their end. And yeah, that may be true to a certain extent, but it was not the main reason. She's making it like, you know, everything is falling on her. And quite hardly, honestly. It wasn't just all about her. So she's really trying to make herself, you know, come off as, you know, one that's very petty and really trying to intimidate her own fans into believing everything that she says. And so this is why you have a lot of fans abandoning ship from personalities like Meghan Markle, Sunny Hostin, even Rachel Zegler fans are beginning to wake up and realize how absurd these personalities truly are. How absurd some of these actresses are. So again, The View/ABC, it is going downhill. It's an ongoing ratings disaster. It's not going to improve, that's for sure. And I'm going to get to the very closing piece here about Sunny Hostin, is that she goes on to conclude, it is not fair to have your own fans turn on you or over the most petty reasons in life. This is exactly what I and Whoopi have experienced. It's absolutely unfair. This should have never happened to anybody. We must all take a stand against the new media, telling lies to shy away from fans. Hosts like myself that eagerly want to spread the truth to the people. It's a necessity. So, again, I mean, we know that Whoopi Goldberg says a lot of crazy things, but Sunny Hostin, I mean, really takes it to a different level. So, now she's actually going toward her own fans, quote-unquote, and I say quote-unquote, I'm putting up air quotes right now, by the way. She doesn't really have all that much. We know that nobody cares about Sunny Hostin. We know that a lot of people do not care about her anymore. A lot of other people that once supported her are actually seeing through her very own lies and just how crazy talk she really is putting out there. Now, one thing about The View/ABC is that we know that the Disney executives, Bob Iger included, the CEO, they are desperately trying to get on a new voice to serve as one that would argue with Whoopi Goldberg and Sunny Hostin to kind of bump up ratings. And so far, that's really not making any kind of progress. We'll update you guys on that in the coming days, but so far, it's been very silent over there on getting a new host for The View. And it's just not moving the needle at all. But overall, I would like to hear what everyone has to say about this below in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel, and I will catch you guys later.